Wow, this just keeps getting better and better, man. What a 48, I mean, what a month so far. Month of June for PlayStation. Oh my God. What a turnaround, right? Everybody was taking a dump, shitting all over Xbox past couple of weeks. And look at the turnaround, dude. Look at the difference. Look at Sony and their hypocrisy, right? You guys remember PlayStation 5 back in 2020, the big 8K banner in front of a 4K 120 hertz stating that it can output 8K resolution and you could technically support 8K 30 or something upscaled. Well, let's read this article, shall we? Xbox Series X supports true 8K. Xbox Series X supports true 8K. Yes, this console. So if you got an 8K Samsung TV, you can technically upscale with the Xbox Series X to 8K with a 10-bit HDR because of the 10-bit HDR that they're using. So Xbox Series X supports true 8K while PS5 fails according to experts. This was by Ella Bennett 42 minutes ago. And it was on the UBJ website. And it was provided by the UBJ. A conversation about console capabilities has Digital Foundry's John Linneman highlighting a significant hardware limitation for the PlayStation 5. Dude, even Digital Foundry, it's criticizing your beloved Sony PlayStation 5 console. Yes, even Digital Foundry. Oh. So according to John Linneman, or John Linneman, highlighting a significant hardware limitation for the PS5. So Linneman has highlighted that PlayStation 5 concerning 8K support. Contrary to Sony's console, the Xbox Series X is believed to have the theoretical capability to deliver the resolution. Now, I personally don't have an 8K television, so I cannot test this for you. But for those of you who do have it, please go ahead and connect your Series X to it, shall you? And select the 8K resolution. See if you can output that 8K resolution. If you can output that 8K resolution, then you're good to go. This content arises following Sony's decision to remove the previously advertised 8K label from the PS5 packaging, which has been a topic of intense discussion ever since. Allegations of a false advertising following Sony's 8K claims on the PS5 packaging. At its inception, the PS5 was promoted as a console ready to offer 8K resolution, pending a forthcoming firmware update whenever 8K ready content would become available to date. The Tourist is the only game to make an 8K claim, albeit with simplified blocky visuals. Linneman notes that the PS5's HDMI capability falls short when it comes to supporting 8K at fluid 60 frames per second without major trade-offs. Furthermore, the console's HDR is capped at 8-bit, so you can do 8K resolution, 33 million pixels, when your HDR is capped at 8-bit. It's not even a true 10-bit. Insufficient for 8K execution. For true 8K, a minimum of 10-bit HDR it's essential. A minimum. And this is true. What John Linneman is saying is 100% true. And Xbox has the 10-bit. A true 10-bit. And that's why Dolby Vision for gaming, it's benefiting greatly on your televisions. Because your 4K televisions are 10-bit. Don't forget that. While the PlayStation is only outputting 8-bit. How pathetic for HDR that is. A specification the Xbox Series X satisfies, Linneman remarked, even if they, Sony, did enable 8K, you wouldn't want to use it, underscoring the practical limitations to hardware. So all you Sony fans want to beat your chest that your console is the holy grail of monolith when it's not. We'll see what your PS5 Pro is going to be able to do. Even if they did enable 8K, you wouldn't want to use it, underscoring the practical limitations. Despite the hardware specification, John Linneman acknowledges that 8K remains a distant prospect for mainstream content and gaming, implying Sony's initial promotion of 8K may have been somewhat premature. The company has faced allegations of false advertising after the modification of the PS5 box design was noticed. And that's the first thing I noticed when I got the box. I said, why in the hell does it say 8K? Why? Now let's look at some of the questions. Does the Xbox Series X have the capability to run games at 8K? Theoretically, the Xbox Series X has the hardware capabilities to support 8K resolution, particularly with its 10-bit HDR specification, while the Sony does not, because it's stuck and capped at 8-bit. No wonder the HDR on a PlayStation doesn't look that good, because it's capped at 8-bit, and your television is a 10-bit. Has any PS5 game truly reached 8K resolution? While The Tourist has claimed 8K resolution on the PS5, it is the only game to do so, and the graphics are more simplistic than what typically expected at this resolution. Will Sony ever release a firmware update to enable 8K on the PS5? Sony initially planned for a future firmware update to enable 8K support. However, with the current limitations and the removal of the 8K label from the PS5 box, the future of this update is unclear. So you're going to have to wait for PS5 Pro. Yo! Woo! Let me get this straight. So you're going to have to wait for PlayStation 5 Pro to be able to do something that Xbox Series X has been already doing since 2020. Yo. Oh my God, Sony. I mean, dude, Sony. Sony, you hitting the iceberg right now. I can hear the cracks on the iceberg right now. I'm hearing it. Dude? The shit that has happened ever since Jim Ryan has left the building. Ever since Jim Ryan left the building and Herman Hulst took over, dude, somebody need to get a hold of that steering wheel, bro. The amount of bad publicity and bad news that came in from Sony in the past 7 days, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. I'll say it again. The amount of bad press that Sony has been receiving in the past 7 days, it's unprecedented. Unprecedented. Think about that. What the Xbox Series X was able to do and is still able to do in the past 3.5 years, Sony PS5 Pro will be able to do. Whilst Microsoft Xbox Series X been able to do that since day one, Microsoft has been able to do this. If I had known about this, bro, I would have bought myself an 8K. I would put it on my credit card. And just pay it off whenever. I would have bought an 8K television, but right now I can't because I don't have the money, right? But if I had known, dude, I would have gotten the 8K television, bro. So everybody's shitting. I know I said 4 times shitting, now 5 times shitting on the Xbox. Yet, the Xbox Series X was able to do this day one. And Xbox Series X is a Dolby Vision machine. Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos machine. What does that mean? That means that your PlayStation 5 cannot do Dolby Vision because it's 8-bit. 8-bit. Capped at 8-bit HDR. And Dolby Vision doesn't like 8-bit. Dolby Vision likes 10-bit or higher. So Dolby Vision is a Dolby Vision console with Dolby Atmos. So Xbox Series X has now more value than ever, dude. More value than ever. Oh my God. Yo, the news about the Sony just keeps getting worse and worse. Not to mention PlayStation VR 2, which really hasn't done well. It's been struggling and struggling and struggling and struggling. And now on top of struggling, they're trying to put it on a PC, which stripped down HDR, which stripped down force feedback. And now they're going to charge you $60 for some adapter that you have to buy to be able to plug it in and play. Limited games. Don't expect all the games to be able to play on your Steam, all right? We don't know what's that going to be. Probably a limited experience. Yo. The only thing that was successful with PlayStation so far has been the PlayStation Portal. That's it. PlayStation Portal has been the only success that they've got so far. Rightfully so. But other than that, man, it's been nothing but just bad news for Sony, man. And this is 7 days. Past 7 days has been just one thing after another. First with a Stellar Blade. You guys remember this? You guys remember this, huh? You guys remember the whole Stellar Blade? The whole Stellar Blade fiasco? You guys remember that? That whole nonsense? Censoring? Sony forcing shift up. I'm sorry. They're forcing shift up. Developer shift up. The last minute to censor on the release date. And then the backlash that they've got from fans was to cancel their PlayStation Plus subscription. And once people start canceling their PlayStation subscription, guess what? Sony put a foot in their mouth and they send the message to Shift Up. Hey guys, please don't censor anything. Don't censor anything. Please, please, please. Don't censor anything. And then Helldivers 2. Forcing people to pay for PlayStation Plus membership and then sign up for PlayStation Plus membership to be able to play on Steam. To be able to play on Steam. And then people started refunding Helldivers 2. Bro. And then, of course, this 8K banner, this whole fiasco with the 8K banner. And then terrible state of play. Horrible state of play. Disastrous state of play. Not one glimpse of PlayStation 5 Pro. Where's Mark Cerny? Where's Herman Holst? No, but we have Silent Hill 2, timed exclusive, which also will be available next year on the Xbox Game Pass and PC. Wow. We got a God of War Ragnarok on September 19th, available on PC. And you'll have to pay for it again. And then, of course, we got PlayStation VR 2 news. On top of $550 plus tax, which is $600 to buy a PlayStation VR 2, now you have to buy an additional $60 adapter, which is going to be really hard to find, to connect it to your PC. And mind you, this adapter, come August, you'll have to buy it for a higher price from like, I don't know, some higgy-jiggy websites out there like eBay and StockX for like $120, maybe $200, right? Because they're all going to be reselling that shit for like $200. So now you're going to end up paying $800 for both PlayStation VR 2 and the PlayStation adapter, PlayStation VR 2 adapter, just to be able to play some games on Steam VR when you can just buy yourself a MetaQuest 3 and enjoy the best of the both worlds. MetaQuest 3 mops the floor. Mops the floor. I'll keep repeating this till the day I die. Till the day I die, I'll keep repeating this. MetaQuest 3 mops the floor. Mops the floor. With your lousy PlayStation VR 2. Mops the floor. And then some. And then some. So why in the hell would anyone spend $800 freaking dollars on a PlayStation VR 2? Because PlayStation VR 2 is going to be hard to find because of all the scalping, Same thing with the PlayStation VR2 adapter, all the scalping, and now you're going to have to pay a higher price. Now I'll have to pay $700 for PlayStation VR2 plus an additional $150 from a scalper to be able to connect it to a PC. So you're going to pay $800 something to be able to play some limited PC games. Not to mention they're going to strip down the HDR, they're going to strip down the capabilities of the haptic feedback, and you're stuck with what? Waste of money. You just wasted money. Dude, Sony is just really hitting a rock bottom right now, dude. They said that they're going to have their September. Again, there's supposed to be a September showcase. Hopefully we'll see the PS5 Pro. But my God, so far, Sony has really, man, dug themselves. They really have hit that iceberg, man. I don't know. I see a little bit of that crack on the ship. You better patch that up, Sony, man. I see it leaking. I see the water coming in, bro. I see the water coming in. Patch that shit up, man. Not to mention, as I previously stated, Sony disregarding 250,000 signatures that has been signed, and me included, that has signed this petition to see the Days Gone 2. And they said no. They told the Bend Studio, no funding. There will not be a Days Gone 2. And the worst part is, Sony owns the license of Days Gone. So there's really nothing no one else can make it because the Sony holds the freaking license. And Sony says no. To 250,000 signatures, they said no. And now they're going to charge you, of course, $40. No, excuse me, $60 for a deluxe edition Concorde. Yeah. Dude, Sony. This is shocking. I never foresee that Sony was really gonna go deep dive this much into the ground, dude. Sony, you're not looking good. Sony, you're really not looking good. You are really Xbox right now is just hallelujah. Woo! Hallelujah. Sony is just, it's a Titanic ship at this point. Xbox is just living in Beverly Hills, while Sony is on some cold seas out there in North Atlantic, and they hit the iceberg, and it's not looking good, Sony. That's all I gotta say. It's not looking good. Good God, man. Is there some more news about Sony for me to... Dude, just today, look how much bad press, bad news Sony's getting, dude. And these Sony fanboys ain't helping it either, bro. You know why this is happening, my Sony fanboys? Because you accept everything that this company gives you. You never complain about anything. Everything they dish out, you guys accept and bend over. You guys are like a Sony's corporate cuck. Like C-U-C-K, cuck. This is what Alex, oh no, it's Alex, my Cuban American YouTuber friend, has said. You guys are just opening them cheeks and bending over for whatever Sony does. You justifying everything that Sony does, and this is exactly why you are in this situation. This is what I've been preaching. This is exactly why you are in this situation. You made your own bed, sleep in it now. You supported this company and you never questioned it. You never questioned what Sony does. Saying, hey, we're not okay with this. This is a bunch of BS. This is what happens when you just blindly support a brand, corporate brand, that doesn't do anything for you and is just using you. This is what you get. All right, it's the end of the video.